Make sure to like and subscribe.
All right, welcome to the video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be discussing today the battle mechanics of bosses. I'm gonna show you everybody's report, and why I'm showing you their report is because when I attack the boss is gonna attack me if I don't kill them right in the first hit. So that's why I'm gonna show you right here. This is the 7:58 time frame. So you'll see some at 8:18, I believe, and then this one's at 7:85 or 7:58, excuse me. Dyslexia kicks in every now and then, forgive me. So basically what I'm showing you here is that I hit the boss and then the boss hit me, and that was my one turn, right? And then it goes to everybody else in the entire rally, or it goes to what I'm going to show you here. So we all know, or if you don't know, now you do know, because I'm telling you, if you get attacked, you can only attack the boss once and he counters you, and then your turn is done, and then it goes to the next person and next person and next person. So what I am going to show you here is, this is basically everybody else. Everybody sent range, right? This is one guy. You see, he sent one troop. He had 0 wounded. Obviously, if we're attacking a boss 13, he would have lost his troops, right? He would have got a wounded. This is a different time zone or time frame. I didn't save that one. So here goes another one, right? No wounded, so they didn't fight. These are all ranged attacks. Same here, ranged attack. This was me on the second one. We will see that in a second. All right, here's the second one as well. I'll just dive into that too. So here's obviously the second one, right? It looks like I took probably a couple turns. I got hit. You're gonna see all these are 8:18s. This is red. Red sent in archers. I got a picture of it right here. He sent in archers. This is another player that sent all archers because I was sending T13 mounted, and I wanted him to send T13 range to see if the tiers had anything to do with it, and they clearly didn't. You guys can see right here, the person sent 1 archer. No deaths, right? No deaths. No deaths. Here's the other player, that sent the other march. Knox, unpack this for me. What are you talking about? So what I'm talking about, and I basically want everybody to understand, let me slide this in so you guys can hear me. What I want you guys to understand, that PvP marches are 100% different than monster rallies, monster bosses, PvE fights, whatever you want to call it, right? They're completely different. They operate on a completely separate set of rules. What happens is the attack order is RNG, right? Random number generator. If you're a gamer, you know what RNG is, right? It's random, right? So you guys will know that when you guys are hitting Vikings, right? Like when you get up to the the high 40s and stuff like that, you start doing rallies with other folks. So that way you don't take as much damage, right? Well, you'll see in there that maybe you take 0 wounded this time, and the other person takes the wounded, and you're like, oh man, I did something right. And then you do the exact same march the next turn. Or not the next turn, but the next Viking, and now you're taking a wounded, and now they didn't. So what you got to understand is whoever leads is, first of all, not killing the boss, so they're taking a hit, right? And then the other person is finishing up the boss, and they're not getting countered, because it doesn't matter your speed, doesn't matter anything. You attack the boss first, he counters you immediately. That's why you only send 1 tier troops. That's why if you're sending your T13s, you don't send T12s. Because I'm going to hit you with my T13s. I'm going to hit the boss with T13s. He's going to attack my T13s. Then my T12s will go. And then he'll counter them. They don't all attack together. They do separate attacks. That's just kind of basic fundamentals real quick. What happens when you send archers is archers do not attack at all. So you can do whatever you want as the rally leader. You can kill it in 1, 2 turns, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But the people that send archers, even if you send archers on your same march, I've heard people talk about, if you can't kill a boss, send archers. Well, that's not necessarily a lie, but it's also not telling people the truth. The truth of the matter is you have a 10% incapacitation rate. So if you send 100,000 troops, if you lose 10,000, that troop is done from the fight. He will no longer fight. If you have this talent right here, mortality, it drops it down to 5%. So if I attack with 10,000 or 100,000 troops, if I lose 5,000 troops, that tier troop is done fighting. I will get to my main point that I'm talking about. Archers will not attack ever until your troops have an incapacitation rate. They won't. They will not attack if there's grounded. That was me mixing ground and mounted in there. Ground or mounted, they will not attack until those people are done. So if you guys want to join a rally, never take wounded. This also goes for rally setters and people in other servers that are getting mad at their alliances for sending in this troop and that troop. Tell your people, send archers, and they will literally do absolutely nothing, and they will have no problems. It'll always be the rally setter that's always going to go first, right? It doesn't really matter who goes first, because as long as you kill it in one turn, you'll never get wounded. If it takes you 2 turns, even if you kill the boss, 99.9% of the total HP of the boss, even if you do that damage, you're still going to get countered, and then it's still going to take you 2 turns. Then you'll obviously kill him a second turn, but you'll still get wounded. Doesn't matter if you do, as long as you do 51% of the damage to the boss to 99.9%, you will only get hit once. But I just want people to understand kind of the mechanics of it. Ground will fight first, and then mounted, and those two kind of they fight at the same time. Archers have a separate rule in of themselves. I don't know why it is. It just is that way. But they will not attack until all the grounded. There I go again. Ground and mounted are dead. So I hope that helps you guys to understand the concept of what archers do in PvE. They do absolutely nothing unless all your troops are dead. Not all your troops, but that 5 or 10% incapacitation rate, whatever skills you have, right? So if you hear people saying, hey, if you can't kill them with mounted, send your archers, I mean, that's not really helping. I mean, it's not a lie. It's not a lie, because yes, they will eventually attack. But if you're in that situation, why not send your next lower tier of mounted? Why wait to get all your mounted killed and then have you know what I mean? Like, then have the archers come in. Don't do that. If you hear somebody saying that, that's 100% inaccurate, and they just don't necessarily understand the concept of how these things work. So I hope that helps you folks. Love and appreciate your guys' support. I mean, I put a video out just a couple days ago and saying, you know, we're almost at 600. Now we're almost at 700. You guys are super awesome. Streams are going to keep coming towards you, and I'm going to be pushing for this all-star. You guys check out my streams, Battle of Constantinople. I am going to be going heavy, okay? I'm going to be going heavy. I'm going to try to get into all-stars. That's kind of just a caveat at the end. I'm going to try to get into all-stars. And I hope you guys are hanging out with me. If you guys are, you know, more skilled than me, or, you know, more experienced than me, jump on my stream. You know, links below. Hit the Discord. This is obviously, you're seeing my channel now. This is where my streams populate. So make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell button so that way you can see when I post these things. You know, jump into the stream if you're more educated than me. If you want to, you know, help me out a little bit. I got no issues. I'm not one of these dudes that pretend like they know it all. I'm a very humble individual, and you know, if I don't know something, I never pretend to know anything, for one. But if I don't know something, I'm definitely willing to learn and you know, take other people's perspectives and other people's counsel. That's something that I take pride in myself in doing. And if you guys want to do that, you know, I'd appreciate that as well. But anyways, at the end of the video, go wild. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for the love and support.